It's unfortunate that they've hired too many people recently who majored in getting offended instead of something useful. Even business could have been cool, but hey, whatever. We don't need business majors anymore, I guess. So, first card, two cards that should be banned, and actually anything with the word diamond in it really should get banned. If you're not familiar with the blood diamond trade in Africa, countries like Sierra Leone, especially, I mean, there was a movie about it with Leonardo DiCaprio. So, I mean, come on, guys. Um, Diamonds, huge, huge issue. I mean, we're talking so many people getting murdered, modern day slavery. I mean, there's just so much bad stuff associated with diamonds. So I think ban Lion's Eye Diamond, ban Mox Diamond, just to start. I mean, those are high profile cards. So you should definitely ban those if you're not going to do anything else. Also, I mean, look, Lion's Eye Diamond is from Mirage, which is based on Africa. I mean, that's so offensive. Look at that. You see that huge diamond up there? I mean, we know that's going to get sold. And we know that there is a massive price paid in human lives. Just look at what the card does. Sacrifice Lion's Eye Diamond, discard your hand to get some mana. So basically, you have to make a big sacrifice to acquire that diamond. I mean, guys, come on. Really? Guys, ladies, and whatever. Anyway, number 2, Angry Mob. This one's cut and dry. There's no, this one's pretty much right up there with Invoke Prejudice. So, first of all, anytime it's white and an angry mob, that's not good. You're gonna have a bad time. Even white people are gonna have a bad time. White magic cards are gonna have a bad time. Yeah, so basically this white angry mob increases in size based on the number of swamps which produce black mana basically on the field. So that your opponents have. So yeah, the more black mana out there, the bigger the white angry mob gets. Self-explanatory. Mox Opal, again, I mean, this kind of ties right into the diamonds. The Opal trade, the illegal Opal trade, a lot of lives lost. We're talking, second wave colonization, and, slavery in Africa again, this time mostly by the Chinese government. It's got to separate those two. Yeah, I mean, we got some crazy stuff going on there. Just the general overall exploitation of natural resources by the Chinese government and the debt traps that go on over in Africa right now. Guys, come on, we can't have Mox Opal be legal. Just Opal in general. Just I don't think so. No. Number 4. So Krovax, he's had a fun journey. He was black, swamp mana, black, gotta. Anyway, and the artwork, of course, he has slightly darker skin. He's partially in shadow, of course. But basically, so he goes from cursed to ascendant. So he, climbs in social status, and he goes from a black card to a white card in doing so, where he also then gives other white creatures +1/+1 and non-white creatures -1/-1. That one, yeah, I think we get that. Hazizon Tamar. So it has the word Sand Warrior on it. So I guess if y'all are okay with that, then we'll keep it. I mean, if you can get offended by Imprison, and if you can get offended by other cards like that got banned, this should offend you. So otherwise you're racist. Oops, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We got the kid acting out in class. It's the black kid acting out in class. I what do you Okay. Celestial Dawn. This is a great one. All right, first of all. All right. Everything that's not white, okay, basically gets converted to white because we need to make it heavenly and divine, right? But no, we're going to take it a step further. Another meaning of the word celestial has to do with Chinese people. Okay? Look at this guy. That is offensive. I'm offended, all right? I'm offended. I'm white, but I'm offended. Retribution the Meek. Do you see his lips? And there's anything else that is there too. So we should probably ban this card. That ban that. Flash. I think this probably should be above Retribution of the Meek, to be honest. I don't know, man. Just appreciate this for a moment. Yeah. Dream Fighter, that one's not great either. That those are some pretty visible lips and teeth right there. Not sure that's okay. But hey, it's out there, so we're going with it. Disenchant, not much to see here. Just a black person or person of color. In this case, we don't know. Destroying artifacts. Breaking things basically. Yeah, that's okay, right? Mass Calcify, destroy all non-white creatures. I would rank this higher, but it's kind of low-hanging fruit. I mean, you know, you do kind of have to major in getting offended for this one. But I mean, that's where we are now in society. So there we go. Goblin Grenade, he's a suicide bomber. Are you guys okay with that? It's a suicide bomber. Anybody born, I can't even just. Yeah. Bog Hoodlums. So this is the only hoodlum card I could find. And it's black. So yeah. Holy Light. This is a fun one. It has the word infidel on it, which basically just refers to persecution of another religion. Really looking at things from it kind of ties back to the Crusades too. And like the wars over the last couple thousand years in the Middle East. Also it gives non-white creatures -1/-1, and it's Holy Light. So the implication here is that if it's not holy, it gets reduced in power, and everything that gets reduced in power is the stuff that's not white. That was a bad sentence. I could have formulated that better. Structured that better. I probably should have said structured instead of formulated. Righteous War. It gives all white creatures you control protection from black. Righteous War. We're going to ignore the second half of the card, which kind of subverts this narrative because we need to get offended. So we need to ban Righteous War because it only helps whites. Even though it also helps black creatures, it helps white creatures. So we have to get offended. Reese the Exiled. It went from a green card. Don't even get me started on the green card. I feel bad for all my friends trying to get their green cards. Anyway, so we have the green card here, which uses black mana, okay? And you have to sacrifice another elf. And then it's Reese the Exiled, which then becomes Reese the Redeemed. You add some white, boom, it's redeemed. All right? Yeah? Good? We're okay with this? All right. Legion's Landing. This card's fine if you want to ignore a couple things. First is, the whole conquistador thing and genocide, which is cool. I mean, hey guys, right? Genocide. Wait, no, I guess we're not okay with that. Wait, I forgot it's 2020. Also for the last, I don't know how many thousands of years, genocide's just kind of been bad. It's okay now though for the purpose of making a set of magic cards. So yeah, we've got that going on here. They make white vampires instead of black vampires. At some point they decided to make them white, which is whatever. Charisma. So the epitome of charisma, in the opinion of this game, apparently, is this white guy. Yeah, so that's charisma right there, in case anybody was wondering what the definition was. Yeah. So, so Bad Moon, not even like Evil Moon or Dark Moon, just Bad Moon, gives black creatures +1/+1, whereas Honor of the Pure gives white creatures +1/+1, and also the white card got flavor text, the black one didn't. Is that okay? That's not okay. Nah. Death Watch. I don't know how to talk about this without saying defensive things, actually. So I'm just going to put this card out there and you guys can look at it. Okay, did we figure it out yet? Are we smart? Yeah, okay. So Redwood Treefolk. I have to give this one a pass because in like, all right, let's look at this from two perspectives, okay? This is where it's important. If we majored in getting offended, we would look at this card and say, wow, do you see how white those teeth are against that dark skin background? Right? That's what we would do. We would get offended by it. We would tweet about it. People would get fired. People would lose their jobs. There would be mobs outside their house, okay? If we made the mistake, and we can't do this anymore, but if we took a rational approach to this, and we were to examine it in the proper context, right? This set is Weatherlight. We would realize very quickly, isn't that Gerard Capashen? Caption? I don't know his name. Anyway, it looks like him, based on, the sleeves and the hair color and everything else. And I mean, I don't know how else this dude got up in the tree unless he flew in on a ship. So this guy, boom, 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 right there. All right. I believe that's Gerard as well, based on, again, context, which is key. So here he is again up in that tree. So if we were to make the assumption that it's Gerard, next to Grandfather Willow, which is red. Oh, wait a second. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. This card is actually offensive. Ignore Gerard. This card's offensive because of Redwood Treefolk, Grandfather Willow, and there are stereotypes regarding skin color being red among certain indigenous groups in the U.S. Can I say this? It's fact, but can I say it still? Is it allowed to say it? Can you say factual things and still not be racist? I'm not sure. Anyway, I guess I'm racist now. Whatever. Here we go. This one, kudos. I have to say, this is nice. It's nice to see, this happening. I'm being sarcastic. Please. So originally the guy was Asian, Pan-Asian, whatever you want to say. Then he was dark skinned, and the newest iteration of Snapcaster Mage, he's white. So that's kind of funny. So we need to ban Snapcaster Mage because that's offensive. Wizards whitewashed Snapcaster Mage. So I think the community should petition to have it banned. Okay? Also, Alexander Lee, wasn't there a Southern General Lee? There was a Southern General Lee back in the War of Northern Aggression, also known as the Civil War, right? There was. I'm also, again, sarcasm for those of you who just got triggered. So there's many reasons to ban Snapcaster Mage now. The fact that the guy's got, the last name Lee. Angel of Jubilation. First of all, it has the word cleanse in it, so right off the bat, we need to ban it. Also, non-black creatures get +1/+1. I mean, talk about oppression. I mean, really targeted oppression, right? That's pretty bad. Yep. So anyway, cleanse. Change to the rocks. This isn't okay. I can't even. I was gonna say, is this Gideon? But then I realized, is it racist for me to think that this guy is Gideon because he looks like Gideon? So I can't ask if it's Gideon, but it is definitely a person who's in chains and certainly has darker skin than I do. So I'd say this is questionable. I'll have to run it by some people who majored in this stuff, but I think it's offensive. Noose graph mob. So it has the word noose and mob in it. I don't think that's okay. Is it? Guys? It's not, right? Okay. Noose Constrictor. This is a great one. At first, you kind of look at it like, whatever. But it has the word noose in it, so we've gotta look closer, okay? Because we know there's something there. Then, so let's go down to the flavor text. More rope may not be necessary. Said by an Inquisitor, okay? A Lunarch Inquisitor. All right, that's fine, but wait a second. Let's look the word Lunarch, okay, on Scryfall and see anything with the word Lunarch in its name. Well, when we do that, we find that everything is white. So basically, it's white dudes going around using rope to make nooses. That's bad. That's bad. Black market. Those aren't legal in the US anymore. After yeah. So, oh, I'm sorry. Let me stop looking at this from the context of getting offended again. It's not talking about a market for black people, it's about a market for illicit goods. Okay, I guess that's fine then. Um, wait, but you get whenever creatures die, it gets more powerful. And yeah, this one's kind of getting there because it's the cost of human life, increasing power and increasing wealth based on human life or creature life. I think we should ban it just to be safe. Based, I mean, the threshold for banning stuff is pretty low now. Um, Ivory mask. So this one goes from a like a slightly darker skinned person. Basically, they put on a white mask and they then gain protection from things. Um, yeah. So basically, they're not going to be targeted by spells or abilities, also called persecuted. They won't be persecuted anymore as long as they put that white mask on. You put on that white mask and you're safe. All right. So that's not good. Also, it has Chomano in the flavor text, and Chomano is a revolutionary, basically, civil unrest, that type of thing, and also not white. So let's just, yeah, that wasn't great design there. And then Mirror Universe, look at various characteristics of the woman on the right, especially around the face. Um, yeah, so we should ban that. That's got to get banned also, 100%. And then also the set Portal 3K, Portal 3 Kingdoms, just ban the whole set. Ixalan, I mean, the whole thing is basically founded on genocide, so I would ban that set. Um, a lot of the knights in Magic, pretty much any white knight in Magic, gets protection from black. I'd say ban that. Um, there's also like Mog bombers or Mog something, whatever. Those are more suicide bombers. There's a few more suicide bombers in the game. I think we should probably take those out to be safe. Um, what else? I mean, honestly, I'd say to be safe, you probably should ban all of Mirage Block and probably Mercadian Masks. Definitely ban Mirage Block, though. I mean, there's some questionable stuff in there. And the whole set theme is Africa. And so, I mean, basically, you run the risk of just making offensive drawings. I mean, look at this. That's offensive, right? Ban it. All right, guys, come on. We got to be serious about this stuff. We're making the world a better place. We're making change. This is how you make change, by banning magic cards.